Why did you make St James?
We make St James as a way to preserve our milk. So we're primarily farmers, we milk sheep, and St James allows us to do that. So it's raw milk, it's traditionally made, and that's what we do.
Yeah.
So where exactly are we now in the UK?
South Cumbria, on the Lacaune Peninsula. We look out at the Leather Estuary, so right between the mountains and the sea, really.
Martin, how did you end up getting into cheese and becoming a cheesemaker?
There was a little movement of cheesemakers that got together the Farmhouse Cheese Roadshow, and it was sort of decided they'd put some money into marketing farmhouse cheese to the masses, and my dad started going around trade for like shows and agricultural shows and game fairs and things like that with a trailer full of cheeses, because his local markets were kind of dying a death in the 70s and 80s because the supermarkets were killing that. So he sort of went further afield to keep selling cheese, you know. When I was about 12 or 13, I started going with him on these little jaunts off to where he was selling cheese out of a trailer, and that got me into cheese. And then occasionally, if we were near a cheesemaker, we'd sort of drop in and see him, and just started my brain thinking about cheese making, really. And then a chap, James Aldridge, came to visit my dad. My dad bought some milking sheep and decided he was going to make cheese with the milk to sell into this sort of newly emerging artisan market. And this chap James came to visit him, and I was at my dad's at the time, just sort of on a little holiday with my dad. And my dad was sort of messing around doing what he does. And James was like, "Oh well, your dad's never going to make cheese because he's too busy. He's always going to be too busy. He's not got the mind for it." He said, "But you know, you might as well come and give us that. We'll make some cheese with this milk anyway." So me and him made this tiny little vat of milk, you know, in like one of my dad's barns, and it was just interesting listening to someone who knew a lot. So, and he knew the business, he knew the industry, and he'd talk about, "Oh well, this is like so and so does," or whatever. And it just kind of got me thinking about it. So then I went away and read a load of books. So when I was in my teenage years, I thought, yeah, I'd quite like to do that.
Tell us a bit more about your farm down here in the South Lakes of Cumbria.
We have about just short of 100 ewes at the moment, just slightly more than that in the main part of the season. We lamb them every February, March time, and then turn them out to grass in the spring, and then we produce all the milk from grazed grass here on the estate, and then every day the milk gets turned into cheese.
So it's a seasonal cheese?
Seasonal, made 7 days a week, so from March to October we're in here every day making this cheese, and then in October we finish up, the last of the cheeses get made, and then we sell through the stocks that we've got through Christmas time, and usually by January there's nothing left and we start all over again.
Quite a distinctive breed of sheep.
So we have, the breed is Lacaune, and that's the breed responsible for Roquefort. We've been milking them here in Cumbria for about just shy of 10 years now. They're good sheep, we milk them once a day. So milk just drops straight in the vat in the morning, and that's it, that's cheese making.
How many litres do you work off them?
Well, let's say, I mean, we've dropped about 30% just because of the weather. So we were about 140, something like that, and we're now at like, you know, around 100, just around 100 litres. So, which is frustrating because it's purely down to the weather.
And how many do you make a day?
At the moment we're about 14 cheese a day, usually around 18 to 20 cheeses our peak.
So tell me about how you make your cheese, Martin.
Cheese making is a slow acidification. It's really a rennet set, so we make a fairly solid, robust rennet curd that cooks after about 2 hours. Usually wait another hour, and then we drain it into moulds, so it's ladled in a way many soft cheeses are into a hoop or a mould, which drains down the cloth, and then we press them quite heavily overnight to remove the last of the whey. And then once the cheeses are dry salted and come into here, they get washed periodically to stop any of the really blue and green moulds appearing, to try and let that sort of wash around orangey, sticky stuff.
So what are you kind of looking for in your final cheese?
We want them to be like unctuous is the word, I think. So like gummy, sticky, a real mouthful texture. We don't want them to really run out like soup, you know. We want them to be, to hold their shape and structure, but to be soft and melt in the mouth really. So a really thick, rich mouthfeel that kind of melts on your tongue.
I think there's something fantastic that you create a cheese which is just completely unique to you, where you are in the land. You've got sheep because of your land, you keep them out on the pasture, you make it completely, it's a true expression of here. You know, you could never have this anywhere else. No, you could have a similar cheese, but not, you couldn't make this anywhere, no. This is you, this is this farm.
And when it's good, it's one of the cheeses on our counter that when it's on farm, it's just like, wow.
You know, it's just like you can't eat enough of it. You know, you can't.
Size.
Yeah, exactly. We go every week and collect cheese direct from Martin's farm, and for me, it's just one of those fabulous cheeses. Just a small little cheese, and I love St James, and we're proud to have it on our counter at the Courtyard Dairy. Just takes sometimes a little bit of extra aging, it just makes such an absolutely fabulous cheese. Well done.